Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to the Daily Grind once again. Before we had an interview, of course, the Biz with Rais was a return to the show. We are, of course, going all the way up until 8 p.m. Assalamu alaikum to you, all of the wonderful listeners. Of course, all the wonderful people on Facebook and YouTube that are catching this right now. And if you are on Facebook and YouTube, you can probably catch the gentleman to my left. But I think on the screen will be your right. This is Ryan. Ryan is the owner of Custom Boyz. Ryan, good evening. How are you doing?
Good evening. I'm well, thanks. Thanks for having me. Thank you.
You're good. That's great. That's great. But I wanted to. Okay, first of all, if you can't see on the live, you can probably see he has here sneakers in front because his business is sneakers. But I'm explaining a little bit. Ryan, tell the people what your business is.
So this is my BV. Started in 2020 actually. So the little bit of a background is that I've always loved sneakers. I've always collected them. I've also, not a lot of people know that I've always loved art. So I thought, let me see if I can put these two together. The things I love, let me put it together. I then lost my job, obviously, through COVID, and I decided I need to push further. It gives me more time. Obviously, me being at home, counting my thumbs and stuff.
No. So you had passion for this. Prior to COVID, you had a job and everything was going good.
Yeah.
COVID hit, and everybody's life just flipped over.
Yeah.
Things just got wild, and you took your passion. In those trying times, you took your passion and you went with it. Where does that motivation come through? Because when people go through COVID, some people they just start losing faith in regard to their business ideas, or even just their passion, just start losing interest in everything. But for you, it was a little bit different. You tackled the challenge of COVID very much different to everybody else. Just to do like your mindset during that time.
Yeah, so like I said, it's always been at the back of my mind, and I've always had my wife that was pushed it, but obviously with work, this is almost like a full-time commitment, basically. So I would say COVID hit at the right time. Well, not yet, but it afforded me the time and opportunity to push Custom Boyz, just to enjoy it. I love how people react to what I do, and that's more like that's what I go for.
The reaction, the passion, everything there, feeling your motivation to continue with the business. Now, in regards to the line of work you're in, I know because of like TikTok and all that and YouTube that this is a very big business. A lot of people don't know that sneaker selling and reselling and refurbishing is quite a business, but not really in South Africa. In America, I know it's a massive thing. They have their own online stores, and it's a big deal there. And I think also so much in Europe. But South Africa, it's kind of a new phenomena in regards to we have a culture of enjoying sneakers. We never really had that culture that was in America, in the sense of like we were going for this one brand. It wasn't really as prominent as it is in the States. Now take us through in regards to how this business was, the intricacies thereof, because I know there's people listening, watching that don't quite understand the fields that you speak of. Did you say it's a full-time job?
Yeah.
So take through why it actually is so full-time.
If I can just show you.
Yes. I'm gonna put, if you on the live, I'm going to switch now to him, and you can see the wonderful sneakers.
So you can see the detail. Detail is involved in. So for me to come in 9 to 5 and do this, and in Summer's Day, one thing, you give them a time, can't you do this, can't you do that? And obviously, me being at home affords me to do it.
Yes.
You understand? So it takes a lot of your time, but like I said, I'm passionate about it. I've always been in the sneakers. So, and now is a good time because everybody wants their custom sneakers. Everyone wants and off that no one else have. They say the grails.
Yes.
Everybody wants what nobody could get. You understand? So,
if you don't know why there's a brief stop, we had come through from one venture, and he has this sneaker here that is in condition. Let's just say it's in a condition right now. I can work a miracle over here and save this sneaker, fix it, and make it.
Everything can be, but you also need to know when throw things away.
Just let it go.
Just let it go. Even the things that make making maybe wallets
Yes.
with the they're using the sole. I'm more into customizing. I'm not really. I not new shoes need to be new shoes, but fairly not too
just in a little bit of a good condition that you can actually work with.
Because also the paint I use is brilliant paint that you can do whatever you want to. I want it to look nice. I don't want to do it on shoes that's a bit, you know, only need a year out of it, where it could be giving you much more. You understand?
I wanted to know, take the actually making these, because these are quite technically this job, this wasn't a long minute thing. You can tell that a lot of hard work actually look this good, and I must say this good because it's absolutely stunning. I wanted to know that process. How long does it take you to actually, you know, sit down and take an idea? Because they always have an idea. You know, they watch movies, they think, yo, this idea is gonna work. So you have to actually put that into reality.
So usually what I say is, give me your idea. What do you want? I will put my own twist on it if I have to. If I don't agree with how you want something, obviously it's my work of art, or if you want to say it. I just need an idea, and if the idea is good enough as is, I'll do it as is. But obviously we're working with shoes, so what you want might not be able to go in that position.
Indeed.
So I have to also put my own twist on things.
And people have to bring forward their own shoes.
Yeah, so for now, you supply me with your own sneakers. Doesn't need to be a brand. Can be anything. I'll do what.
So you're telling me you can't actually fix this?
I mean, if you have it in hand, it might not look as bad if you have it in hand and give it a wash and see how it goes.
Why don't you work some maybe fix his uncle? Up
Sure.
here, quick
I
polish.
can even change the color. I can make it all black even just to mask it a bit.
I don't think you can mask that. I think going with that image is a smell, and I don't want to put that out there.
So for me, Custom Boyz, I took away on a logo. We had a sneaker on it.
Yes.
I took that away because I'm trying to branch out. I don't want to be stuck on sneakers. So I'm doing the t-shirts. I'm doing bags, leather goods.
You're just going straight into fashion, the whole fashion line.
Because I don't want to be stuck on model.
Yes.
What if people don't want sneakers anymore? People just wear flip-flops. And then
You can sell the flip-flops.
No doubt. But I'm just open and wider, broader, because I mean, I've always had that passion for the art and marketing, all that kind of thing. So doing banners, those kind of things, flyers.
Basically, just taking your artistic passion and just expanding it.
You can't put yourself in one space and then there's way to move. I need to go open. I need to open it up. That's what I'm trying to do. That start because the love of sneakers. That's exactly how.
You kind of beat me to the point, right? Because I was actually going to ask you one of the questions I always ask people, and I never tell them beforehand, primarily because I want to catch them off guard. And that's usually a question of, where do you see your business in a year? Yeah. And you just, but you beat me to it by telling me, we're trying to expand.
Yeah, no, exactly. And obviously it's it is a slow start. It's not making me rich, obviously, at the moment. That's really
God willing.
God willing it will. But obviously you have to be realistic, and you can't just go and do something that, if you have backing, you have the background, if you have everything that you can do, then go for it. So for me now, it's just a step by step.
Okay. Step by step, slowly, but also hoping and having bigger dreams, expanding into your own fashion line. Unfortunately, we have to go for some commercial news, pay the bills. When we come back, we talk more about Custom Boyz and what they do. So stay tuned for that.
Imagine a world where the needs of orphan children were cared for. A world where society came together to ensure no child was left without support. Let's build that world together. Sponsor the needs of an orphan child for 500 Rand a month. Donate online at lndad.com or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
Do you have comorbidities or any infections? South Africa's first oxygen in a capsule, Mega Oxygen, has been scientifically proven to add more oxygen to your body. Mega Oxygen boosts your immune system and gives you a fighting chance getting healthier, faster. Choose your health. Choose Mega Oxygen. Call 021 557 0446 or visit oxygenproducts.co.za. Mega Oxygen, available at independent pharmacies and health stores. Oxygen Products, nature's source of healing.
Nisa David's attorney specializes in drafting of wills, including Sharia-compliant will, the administration of deceased estates, transfers of fixed properties, registration of bonds, all for major banks, creation of trusts, specialized commercial law, and sequestration applications. Nisa David's attorneys is an ex-employee of the Master of the High Court, has vast experience in finalization of deceased estates and dealing with the most complex. Easy accessible premises situated on the corner of Garfield and Alameen Roads, Claremont, off Imam Haroon Road near Kennel Center. Contact us on 021 683 7437. Nisa David's attorneys.
Means it wasn't built in a day. And yes, times change. Great things remain same, at least at Roman's Pizza. Can you said the any two large pizzas for 164.9?
Yes, but which
The
any?
special, the any two large pizzas for 164.9.
Which any?
Thank you, Felicia. If it's a comedian.
Get any two large pizzas for only $164.90.
Any two large pizzas for only 164.90. It's for next, mean.
Woman's Pizza. Pizza best value.
The voice of the Cape, 91.3 FM stereo.
The Daily Grind. Boosting your business savvy.
Yes, welcome back to the Daily Grind. The jingle does not lie. We are back, of course, with Mr. Ryan over here. He's, of course, the owner, the founder of Custom Boyz, a brand that originated. So, what is the word? Because I'm starting to say refurbished, but it's not actually refurbishing. It's more custom art. Pieces of. I got lost there. Sorry. But Ryan, in regards to how your business actually operates, before the break we discussed how people have to bring forth their own sneakers. But is there any other caveats to how you do business that people should know?
How I do business or how my business works. So
How your business?
yeah, so usually I would get a message and with a picture,
Yeah.
right? And then will be inquiry, can I do that? I will never say no. I'll always type because I love Google and
Yeah.
YouTube. I'm always on there, and that's where I get most of my ideas as well. Not ideas, but ways of how to go about things. So usually it starts at that. They give me a sneaker and a picture.
Yeah.
I need this. It's my son's birthday. Can I do Coco Man? Can I do whatever? And I have to do it. I'm not going to say no because I need business. I
Yeah.
need to get the business going.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just yes. I always say yes, and I'll make it work.
You'll
I'll
make it
have
work.
to make it work.
Now, if people actually want to get in contact with you, anybody out there, how do they do that?
So my social media, I'm on Instagram is my main source. It's Custom Boyz with a Z and underscore, but you'll find it with a. I'm probably one of the only ones that has Custom Boyz. I'm not sure.
If you want to catch it, also if you're on social media, you can go to the Voice of the Cape's Facebook page, and you can see in one of the posts I did tag you.
Yes.
So that if they want to go through that process, they can as
Yes.
well. Now, in regards to your business, your sneakers and all that, and of course, as we discussed just in the break, we talked about how actually growing, how the market is actually expanding, getting not close to the levels that it is in the States and Europe, but
Yeah.
it's in there.
Yes.
Essentially. And now people, as you even mentioned to me, there's like raffles going. You can't just get the sneaker anymore. You actually have to wait through a period or get it through secondhand buyers. But I mean, in this growing market, where do you see this business, the market itself expanding in the future?
Well, that depends on me, and I think my clients or people who buy from me. Depends how I want to make it grow. I can stop it immediately and not have it, or I can do once offs and you will only have that one, which I started doing. You're the only one who have that kind of doing on, painting on, and that's the way to go. But that does take a lot of your time as well because you're constantly having to think of a new idea, a new way, and not bad. It obviously helps your mind work as well.
Yes.
But like usually it's most of the same kind of thing, and that's why I want to branch out.
Yes.
And I don't want to be stagnant on just the sneakers, on how things are going.
I feel like that's a major concern for most artists in any field, whether that be music, film, anything, is the fear of being stagnant and the fear of losing passion, but also losing what makes you unique in comparison to every single other person.
Exactly.
But I think you're a little bit far off, because I don't think there are many people out right now doing what you're doing. You have quite a unique business.
Yeah, so I do know a few people that's doing the same or similar work, but not to the extent of, well, I don't avidly follow the people who is doing the Dragon Ball Z or even imitating the Bape kind of thing, or if you're on the socials, you'll see there's a lot of different things. And I just finished the Sonic the Hedgehog one for a kid's birthday. Did a few Coco Melons.
Oh, that had to come through. Eh?
No, the Coco Melons, I'm telling you, everyone wants Coco Melon, and I don't mind. Because I don't mind, because they send the photos of the kids wearing them, kids waking up and being happy about it, and that's what I love. I just love it.
But also what's amazing about that is they have a gift that is exceptionally unique, and that will always stand the test of time. Essentially, they can keep that. They don't have to give it away. I don't think that kid's gonna be sharing that with any of you brothers or sisters anytime soon.
No, it's not. It's not. So for me, it's just I love that feeling of seeing the people, how the joy I bring, or the joy I can bring through the sneakers.
Yeah. But for you, it's more about sharing your passion and expressing yourself. Because as you said earlier, you actually did this as a passionate project before COVID.
Yeah.
COVID hit, you had to find something. You had to make a plan. And you came up with this idea. And I think this is a really, really, really wonderful idea. I mean, most of the time I get people on here, and the ideas, while not essentially conventional, or in some respect, conventional in the reality of the market that they're in. But you're one of the first few people that I've had on that actually operate in a very unique market, because this is something that not many people consider. I mean, not many people think, oh, I'm going to open up a shop or open up a business where I'm going to basically put artistic work on shoes, especially in our culture. That's what's like, what? No, man, you're damaging the shoes.
And exactly that's why I say it started slow, because no one would think that, like you said, no one thinks that putting anything on a shoe, you're spoiling it. I mean, I paid so much money for the shoe and now you want to draw on it. It doesn't make sense to some, but I'm telling you, people are getting to it now. They're seeing that, oh, I can have a unique pair. You can't get this in a store, you know? And I'm here to do that. I'm here to help them have that pair.
No, that's amazing. For me, what really intrigues me about your business and you is your passion. But that always intrigues me about every single person that comes through for the show, because it's hard to describe to other people in regards to, because describing your passion or describing how you view someone as passionate is exceptionally hard, because describing any emotion is hard. But I mean, for me, everything I garner from any entrepreneur is the first thing that steps out for me, especially for small businesses. I would assume in corporate's not really like this, but I mean, for small businesses, it's always the desire to improve. It's the desire to expand. It's the desire to not put profit before everything, but more so passion. And for me, it's absolutely wonderful, because that showcases to everyone, even listeners, that simple thing. I mean, your thing is exceptionally unique. Your passion is unique. And somebody right now listening or watching probably has something interested in and something that they do that nobody else knows about. And it's exceptionally weird. For them, it's weird because it's not as conventional as your usual hobbies, your usual passions. But you have essentially taken that, and instead of looking at it and shying away from it or hiding or stuff like that, you've actually taken it to the next level. You started your own business, you've broadened out, and you're even telling us now on how you plan on expanding. And that's wonderful. Many people can say and sit down and say, you know what, I see myself in whatever amount of time operating multiple lines of work. What you're essentially saying is you want to go in and become basically a fashion. It's a fashion brand in itself. That's amazing. That's amazing.
No, exactly. That's, like I said, you have to, because if you can stick to one mode, you can fall by the wayside. You're gonna not keep up with trends. You're not gonna keep up with people that's doing the same thing as you. yes, you might come in cheaper, but you still gonna you're not getting it. You have to open up. You have to get different ways of getting to where you want to be eventually. And I have to thank my wife for allowing me to push this, allowing me to passion and just move with what she thinks. Obviously, I do, but just pushing what
No, that's
which
great.
would be.
I always love stories of how like families or couples working together.
Yeah.
For me, that's beautiful because that's what when you think of marriage or you think of being in a relationship, you always, some people are afraid of it,
Yeah.
but the reality of your partner assisting you is something absolutely wonderful. I mean, your friend obviously assists you, and they will obviously tell you, listen, my guy, this Ryan, this shoe is not going to work, my guy. The shoe is not the one.
Yeah.
But I mean, they won't do what your wife would do in regards to constructive criticism, pushing you when you can't even push yourself.
Definitely.
That's wonderful.
Definitely.
Now, in regards to your idea of expanding, I find that absolutely inspiring. But I also have a question that I asked my guest that I didn't tell you about either, and that's particularly because, but I think you already know the answer to this question, and you already said it. What would your advice be to somebody listening right now who maybe has a weird idea for their own business or has a weird hobby, a weird passion? Maybe they also like to art. I don't know. Style shoes, or maybe they can do miracles and refurbish this uncle's shoe on the WhatsApp line. Maybe they can do miracles like that. Maybe that's the joy.
I can put you in contact with someone that can do that.
No, that requires the hands of a surgeon. But anyway, what would your advice be to them? The people that were much like you once, who said they had their job, but was also at the back of their mind, one day I hope I can do this. Because this is not the first. Before COVID, you probably had that idea before. I mean, you probably thought about it, pushed it aside, push came and you pulled through. But I mean, what would your advice be to the younger version of you, maybe?
Yeah, I think for me, I would say go for it. You, like they say, you only live once. That's so cliche, but it's true. I mean, you have that passion. You never know where it could take you. I think what COVID taught us is everyone's doing this side hustles. It taught everyone to go within themselves and see what else is there. Why do I have to rely on something else, on someone else? Why can't I do things for myself, what other people are doing as well? You really have to search in yourself and see, I can do this. I know, especially if it's a passion. It can start off small. Yes, everything starts off small, but there's no way it can end. It needs to go bigger. It doesn't have to end small. So you can make as big as possible, as much as you want to be. You can go for it. Definitely.
Wonderful. Just go out and do it. And with that, we have to conclude this interview. It's unfortunate. I wish I had more time to discuss the intricacies of the market because you did give quite insight comments. I mean, I'm very intrigued on this entire business because for me it's a little bit out of there because I didn't really expect it to be this big in Africa. But it's exceptionally wonderful to have you on board. I hope your business goes from strength to strength to strength. Hopefully one day, maybe, who knows, you could have your own little brand, biggest as can be. I pray that does work out for you truly. But thank you so much for coming on board, enlightening the listeners and myself. Thank you so much. For you.
Thank you for having me.
But with that, we have to go pay the bill some more. When we come back, it's more of the daily grind, so stay tuned.
The Daily Grind. Boosting your business savvy.
FM stereo.
My radio station, your radio station.